Welcome back, everybody, to our podcast. My name is Bray.
I'm Isaac.
And I'm Kelsey.
And today we're talking about Halloween.
All right.
First intro in.
So, first
All right.
off, like, Halloween, it's a big deal. Like, everybody knows about
Big
it.
deal
Everybody
for
pretty
who?
much,
Shit.
does something for it. There are some countries that don't do it as big as America does, but, America, we like to...
Well, Asian countries. Asian countries
we
are
like to
not
swing our balls
super
around.
important. Yeah. Europeans love them their Halloween.
Yeah. So, but I mean, has anybody actually really thought about, honestly thought about, what is Halloween? How did it start? Where did it come from? What did it used to mean? Because if you think about it, holidays in general, yeah, they've got commercialized, especially over the years. So it's mainly a money grabber and, trying to impress people and stress yourself out about it. But
Christmas.
it originated as a religious holiday or some sort of that. So it's got some history.
It's a very spiritual, ritualistic thing originally. And that's where we get so many of the rituals, like pumpkins and stuff like that. Is a very ritualistic holiday of celebrating or commemorating the darkening of the days.
Yeah.
And getting used to that darkness and kind of confronting the darkness.
Yeah, so, okay, I mean, that was going to be my next question is, what do you, when you guys think Halloween, what is the first thing that pops to your head?
Confronting the darkness. Because the days get darker and the weather gets darker, and the only way to confront the darkness is with darkness. And you have to kind of just embrace it, or else you're going to get swept up in it. You have to embrace the unholiness of it all.
Embrace the holiness.
The unholy.
Spooky shit and candy, and you guys embracing the darkness.
Yeah. So is that when somebody says Halloween? Sorry. So when somebody says Halloween, Kelsey, is that your first thought of it? Is spooky stuff and candy?
It's just stuff that I loved as a kid, which was scary shit, embracing scary shit, or as Isaac says, embracing the coming of the darkness,
allowing it into your soul.
Allowing it into your soul. I mean, that was for so much of my childhood. I mean,
it was embracing the darkness. Were you sitting on the floor of your room, in the darkness, just I am one with the dark?
I wasn't. I am now, but when I was a kid, I really wasn't. I was so terrified of the dark. I was terrified of those Halloween soundtracks where it's just a person screaming to a goofy melody or something on a pipe organ. I was terrified of that shit when I was a kid. It legitimately terrified me to the point where I just get up and leave, and I want to have nothing to do with this. Oh. And now here I am, embracing all the horror in my life.
Yay! Good time.
Well, I guess my definition, when I think of Halloween, the first thing I think of is no, I can't even say embracing the darkness. I've always recognized Halloween.
I struggled to embrace.
Well, no, I've always known Halloween was about the dead. So it was always the dead. The biggest thing that you'd always think of, well, for me, it was ghosts. I always thought about ghosts the most on Halloween. If somebody says Halloween,
I try not to think about ghosts. I try not to. I'm so fucking terrified of that shit.
Yeah, but for me, it's always been the dead. It's a way to converse with them, because it's supposed to be the
darkest time of the
thinnest veil, or the time of the veil of between the living and the dead is the thinnest. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But that's what it was for me, and I guess in a way, all of us are correct, especially when we start getting into the origins of Halloween. So before our lovely researcher and bookworm Kelsey decided to take, surprisingly, a minimum amount of notes. I'm actually a little shook at how small these notes are.
Welcome, I thought of you.
Yeah, it's only 5 pages. Yeah, so before I even looking at the notes and everything, I did know that this was a very, very old holiday. And I couldn't quite remember
Very
like who it was, but now I know
predating
it's the Celts.
You're welcome.
But I knew it was a very old holiday, and it originally started with the whole oh gosh, what is the word? Harvest. So it's supposed to be,
Mhm.
like the end of the harvest season, and it's when like the nights start getting longer and whatnot. So they got to chase away the spookies because even to this day, people are still terrified of the dark.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
try
and
to
part
get
of
me
it
wrong on
too
that.
is like a weird sense of guilt almost of like we're harvesting. We have this bountiful harvest, and it's like not guilt, but almost worry of like this is too good to be true. So people would try to ward off the evil spirits of, oh, we had this bountiful harvest, and something's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah,
An evil spirit's gonna fuck it up now.
Cause like back in the day and everything, like people didn't have grocery stores that they could just walk into and like get food during winter. Like it is whatever that they were
Ah,
growing for the
exactly. A
summer
demon's
and
gonna spoil
fall.
our crops.
Yeah, and so they had to make sure that they had enough food to last through the winter. And so they always did like celebrations and whatnot. Like now I know they did like bonfires and sacrifices, typical old school religious shit.
Good
But it
shit.
was like a way to honor what they got and pray that nothing bad happens to them and please make sure all the bad juju goes away. And then
Very like spiritual, like coordinated kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
give thanks, please and thank you, don't hurt me, thank you, love
yeah,
you, bye.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then of course, what religion has to come in and steal that holiday and try to make it for themselves? Which
I have
one
no
was it
idea.
again? Oh my god,
Um,
it didn't it start with a C maybe and an H? Oh,
it's
that's
a
right.
Roman religion. It started in Roman times,
Fucking
back when
Christianity.
Christianity, yes,
There we go. They never do that.
Christianity, the
Fucking
big
Christianity. I mean,
C.
no real hate. You can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe
No,
in.
exactly.
But
You can whatever gives you power, whatever makes you feel good.
yeah. But
But
at the same time, y'all gotta understand, like
it was a lot
Christianity is
different when Halloween
thieves.
came around. Christianity was way different when Halloween rolled around.
Yeah.
Almost a different religion, really.
Like we know how you stole Christmas.
We stole Christmas, they stole Easter, like literally every holiday.
Yeah.
Every holiday.
We know you stole Christmas. Like, don't even try to make it about Christ. Like, you stole Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. But they
You can
stole it.
literally learn
Like
about this if you like
Jesus.
take a religion history class.
Yeah.
They will teach you. Like
So
Christianity stole everything.
Christianity ended up taking
Really
Halloween, making
did.
it themselves, and they tried making it kid friendly. So they were trying to take away like the spookiness of it all,
They're trying to
which
make it like a family event.
for a religion that preaches about like the afterlife and death and whatnot, you got to be good in order to get to heaven. If you're not good, you're gonna go to hell. They
You have to be
preach
a
so
Christian in order to
much
get to heaven.
about fucking death and everything, and yet they went and took a holiday that was mainly about it and tried to like get rid of the spookiness and the death stuff and just make it like they took it even away from like the spirits, honoring the spirits.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really did. They almost took it in like a sacrilegious way of like, we're going to use this as a superstition, like tossing salt over your shoulder. We're going to do this, but we're not going to actually embrace the tradition of it. We're going to, dumb it down, wash it down with our own crap.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. And then how did they dumb it down? Like, what was the specifics of it? Go ahead, Kelsey. You've been kind of quiet.
The Christians came around to like Ireland and shit, which is where most of the Celts were, like around the 9th century. And like it started in 1000 AD where they like made November 2nd All Souls Day.
1000 AD. That's
Yeah.
insanely ancient.
So and when they did that, it was still a day to honor the dead. And they were trying to replace the Celtic Festival of Death with a church sanctioned related holiday, because that's why they started stealing like holidays like Easter and Christmas and Halloween in the first place, because they wanted to bring more pagans into the Christian religion by making it semi more comfortable for them to do that, while also taking away the things that made those holidays special.
Basically, hey guys, you can come and get fucked up on the same days we're getting fucked up. Good times, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, guys, we don't do this and this because it's kind of spooky for the kids.
Yeah, they pretty
Oh
much
yeah.
they did some stuff
Yes.
similar to it though. Like, so with Samhain, you had like the bonfires and shit like that, as well as the animal sacrifice, which I don't condone that
Bonfires.
part.
The animal sacrifice shit is fucking bullshit, but the bonfire stuff, we kind of
Yeah.
just left that by the wayside. Like, I feel like not many people do that.
Well, when they first started doing it, they still had the bonfires and parades and dressing up in costumes as like saints, angels, and devils instead of like just putting on animal skins and stuff, which is what the Celts did.
Yeah.
And then
Actual
they changed,
characters, they're actual, like,
yeah,
mythical figures.
yeah, and then they changed the name again to like All Hallows, and eventually to All Hallows Eve, and then now we have Halloween. So it was kind of like a slow process of just kind of stripping the fun parts out of like Samhain and just making it more palatable for the normies, essentially.
Basically, it's like stripping the spiritualness out of it almost.
Yeah, like I don't. It sucks. It really. I mean, granted, we celebrate like a pretty tame version of Halloween. I think at least Bree and I do, because we have the kids involved and it's very child friendly, but it's still spooky and we still honor the dead.
I know one of the ways that people like to either honor the dead or to ward away spirits is to leave out food as sort of like as a gift. And then it kind of changed, and I can't remember if this is because of the church or not, but then it kind of changed into like candy, right?
So that
However,
wasn't really the church because the distribution of like food was started by the church.
yeah, well, they did the whole
Exactly,
poor
that
people
one
can
needed.
come in
So
for food. So it
special,
went from
yeah.
like people leaving food out for
Mhm.
the spirits to leave them alone. Then it turned into the church using it as a way to get the unfortunate some food for the holiday and whatnot. And
Yeah.
then, oh, and I think it was money as well.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, it's Christianity.
and then it got commercialized, and then it turned into candy. And then I guess like with the whole candy thing, it was a way to make communities connect together, and it was cheap because you just bought got a bunch of candy, and then you just pass out a little bit to everybody. And then it turned into the whole actual sentence of trick or treat. So they gave treats to the kids so that they wouldn't get tricked on. I have never witnessed nor actually participated myself in the trick part of trick or treating.
Me neither. Me neither.
I don't
Oh,
even
you guys are making me
know.
feel like a bad kid.
I've never seen anybody do it. I've never heard any stories of
Not
anybody doing
once.
it. To
Not
me, it
even been
basically
remotely
disappeared.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it did happen like mainly back in like the 50s or 60s with like teenagers,
That's
but
my understanding. Yeah. 50s,
yeah,
70s, 50s, 70s.
like the most I've ever done is like toilet papered somebody's house. But I was little, so we don't.
Wow.
You're an awful person. I can't believe I associate with a person like that.
Who just TP's the house.
Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to untoilet paper your house? That was me.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
I never did
Bullshit.
it again. It's
But
fine. I felt so bad. I didn't help them clean it up, but I felt really bad.
It felt so bad, but it didn't even help clean up the mess you made.
No, because then I would get in trouble when he found out. I didn't want to get caught.
So I've never actually seen anybody do like the trick, and like I guess Kelsey is now the first and only story I've ever heard of somebody doing a trick on Halloween. But I've never seen it. It was always about the candy. My childhood was me making maps of all the neighborhoods that had the best candy and who you could hit up in multiple runs with different costumes and stuff.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
Like that
That's
to
really
me as a kid was Halloween. Of course, it's different now that I'm an adult. I mean, well, adult and a mother, so
Adults
I still
don't
get the
really.
kid stuff, but I get to see it from the adult point
You
of
get to
view.
like vicariously experience it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's different. Like for me Halloween is changing, but I think it's mainly because of how I'm growing up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right on that, but Halloween is also changing in the sense that Halloween is becoming like more insignificant. I hate to say that.
Oh, but it
I know,
is
yes, yes,
though.
but
Oh,
it
that is a
is.
fight. That
But
is a
No, you're
fight
right.
right
You're
there.
absolutely
Listen.
right. You're
Okay.
absolutely right.
Here, let me just throw
compared
this
to the
out.
70s or the 80s, Halloween is.
The 90s, even
Oh,
the early
okay.
2000s.
Even the
Listeners.
90s. Even the 90s.
And my darling podcast members, listeners, you better listen to me right here, right frickin' now, okay?
Oh.
October, Halloween, all month, okay? It should not be fucking Christmas. It should not be Christmas.
October
We
feels
shouldn't be
good.
getting. It's cool that we get the Halloween stuff early, but if that means that shit's gonna be pulled off the shelf early before even Halloween is even started, that is some crap.
Fuck y'all.
That is
Like
some
literally,
crap.
Marshalls.
Let me have it.
Yeah.
Let me have it.
Some of us don't get a good amount of money until October, so it's very hateful for you to put up these decorations and then take them off the shelves and replace them with Christmas shit. Don't even acknowledge Thanksgiving.
It is very rapidly, yeah.
Like
It's very
that is, to me, that is so disrespectful. Not just to me because I enjoy the holiday, but to the holiday itself.
Disrespectful.
Like
Yes.
you talk to people whose favorite, absolute, like hands down favorite holiday is Christmas, and they're excited that they get their shit early, and then they throw shade at everybody when they wish that it was Halloween, or like, where's the Halloween decorations? They're like, don't worry about it, Christmas is almost here. And it's like, are you serious?
Maybe
like, we haven't
you
even
should have
had it.
planned ahead and celebrated Halloween. But that's what you have to do, is you have to plan the fuck ahead. Because you have like a 15-day window wherein you can actually buy fucking Halloween stuff.
From the middle of August to the beginnings of October. That is the time that you get to go shopping for Halloween. Other than the candy. The candy is always around. Well past Halloween, too, until it is all gone.
Sticks around.
It's very frustrating.
Right. The candy's alright, but it's not Halloween. Yeah.
That is, it's frustrating. Because that's literally one paycheck. If I, say I have to pay bills or something with that check and I don't have enough, that's my one opportunity. That's my one window for this holiday that's being marketed towards children so that they can have fun, dress up as whatever they want to be. But that is my window.
Yeah.
Sorry, that is one of my biggest pet peeves with life
nowadays.
Yeah,
we complain about this
Same here.
Every freaking year.
It is constrictive. It is constrictive. Halloween is constrictive to people who don't have big budgets.
Exactly.
It's like, there are so many things I'd love to do and play at for Halloween, and I just can't do it because it would cost hundreds of dollars.
And you have that small window. But Christmas, they give people time to get enough money to do the Christmas so that they can impress people who don't really care.
We saw shit at Walmart in August for Christmas. We saw shit at Walmart in August for Christmas. I saw more Christmas shit in August than I saw Halloween shit. And it and I'm not saying this just because I'm not a big Christmas fan, because I'm not.
We'll get into Christmas. We'll get into Christmas once that time rolls around.
Yeah. Christmas is December!
I'm just saying, it's ridiculous that Christmas is around from August to December, but Halloween is around for what, a month? Literally
or July.
Christmas
in July.
Yeah.
Christmas in July, yeah. We don't get Halloween in June. What's this?
What the frick?
What's going on?
No.
Jesus Christ.
No.
And it sucks because you think about it. I love Halloween. I love what Halloween represents. And it's both from my own personal interests, because I do have an interest in spooky, scary stuff. You know, but it's also from a cultural
personal
thing.
Beliefs are kind of biased, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing because again, I have always viewed Halloween as a way to celebrate the dead, and it was honestly my grandfather's favorite holiday.
Yeah.
So I try to celebrate it in the same fashion that he did, or at least attempt to, and that way, I'm honoring him and remembering him, even though he passed away 10 years ago?
Yeah.
11, I think.
That was,
You weren't a
yeah,
senior.
quite a while. Yeah. We were like juniors or sophomores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
So this is, and to me, that's frustrating because, again, like, I have seen over the years the shelf life of all the merchandise and whatnot for Halloween decorations and the spirit of it shorten every single year. Every single year, it's shorter and shorter. They bump up when they bring it in, and they, like, it gets shorter as to how long it stays. And it's
Yeah.
getting really hard to
Really
be
good.
able to predict, like, when is a good time to go shopping for this stuff. I mean, I like Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, I like
Not
the food.
not the history behind it, because we
Fuck that.
as Americans were taught something else completely wrong. Um, I enjoy the cooking aspect of it. I mean, you can ask anybody. I've been making Thanksgiving dinner for years
Yeah,
for
since
my
you're
own
like,
family, and I get serious about it. It takes me a month and a half to plan everything. Like right now, I am
Good
currently
by
planning
far.
my
Food.
menu and my ingredients that I'm
Food.
gonna need.
No.
But Halloween is the one where I look forward to all year, and I want to celebrate all month long, whether it be like prepping for it or taking walks out into the longer nights now, or
can I just say though, it also took a very long time for it to feel like fall this year because it was like literally 80 degrees every
It
day
was
until 2
really
days ago.
delayed. My God, yeah, like yeah, yesterday or the day before it finally switched. Yeah.
Like I'm ready for those fall vibes. I'm done with summer. It's October. It's the middle of October. This is ridiculous, and it
Same.
kind of takes away, at least for me, some of the aspects of October and Halloween. Like, because I want to be in my little sweater, walking at night through like cornfields or through the
That's
leaves.
how you feel. It's how you feel.
like
Yeah,
just sitting on the
Halloween and
porch.
autumn.
Sitting on the
Yeah.
porch with a warm glass of like apple cider, or for
Oh,
Kelsey,
yes.
a pumpkin spice
Yes.
latte, and just
Both.
watching like the
Oh,
wind just kind of
oh,
gently
Kelsey,
tear the leaves
Kelsey,
off the
Kelsey.
What?
trees.
Me and Bree talked about this the other day.
Oh no.
Are you aware that there is a pumpkin spice ale? Are you aware that there is such a thing?
That sounds disgusting, and I want to try it.
Isaac says it's really good.
It sounds disgusting, but it's very good. It's Elysian, so it's from Seattle, so you know it's good.
I love
It's
it.
Elysian Night Owl beer.
Guess what we're
Just
looking for
Night
for our
Owl.
Halloween party? Woo!
Yes, it's very good. And it tastes like fucking pumpkin spice.
I'm gonna shove it down Josh's throat and make him suffer.
And he's gonna hate every second of it.
But yeah, anyway.
But that is, yeah, anyway.
I guess, okay, so to end off this episode, let's... Wow, I forgot words. I know. What was, from your guys' childhood, your absolute, hands down, favorite costume?
Oh! Why am I raising my hand? My absolute favorite was the first one that I got to pick that my mom didn't pick out. So, like, okay. My mom used to dress me up as, like, Disney princesses and clowns, and if you know me, that's not it. That's not cute. I'm not into that shit. So, when I was, like, either 6 or 7, she finally decided that I could pick out my own costume, and I had just watched Carrie. For reasons I don't know why they were letting me watch Carrie. I was like in the 1st or 2nd grade, but I decided that year I wanted to be a dead prom queen. So we went to Goodwill, and I got to buy this beautiful like blue crushed velvet dress, and we made like a sash, and I had a tiara, and then they covered me in like fake blood, and I had like a little butcher knife, and I was the only scary kid in the neighborhood that Halloween. That it's my favorite memory now because
Nice.
I got to pick it.
Isaac, what was yours?
Honestly, I mean, I didn't have many Halloween memories because my dad wasn't a super holiday kind of person. So I had like a couple of decent Halloween memories, but honestly, the best Halloween memory I have was going with the two of you around the base or the run down, quote unquote, part of our town, which really isn't run down at all once you actually go through there.
Yeah.
You know,
It literally depends on where you're going in that neighborhood.
it really does. It depends on the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went through the rundown, quote unquote, part. And got some great fucking candy. And I dressed as Elle from Death Note.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
far my favorite.
I was just about to ask you, what were you?
I dyed my fucking hair black, even though it's all curly. I kept it curly. It was all curly and black. I was a curly Death Note.
Oh, good
Hey,
lord.
what were you?
It was good. It was good.
I
That
forgot
was a
what
good
you
one.
were, Brie.
I don't remember.
I mean, I know I was a vampire, and we went with two of our other friends, and I don't remember what they were. But for anyone that's listening, we were 16 when we did that, so
Yes!
I
never
don't
too old.
remember it.
I still
Yeah,
dress up.
exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Yeah, we still dress up
We're
every year.
Like last year, I was a
a
dark witch.
I was
That was
Morticia.
fun. No. Okay. So don't laugh at me because my favorite Halloween costume wasn't scary, but it was great because my hair looked fucking amazing. I was Hermione.
You have the perfect hair for Hermione.
Yeah, so we actually ended up. I have like really super thick
She
hair.
really does that, like super fucking tight curls.
Yeah, well, okay, this was back before I found out I had curls. So I was in like 3rd grade because I remember I was across the street from my diaper buddy. But we braided my hair in like little sections, and then in the morning, like the next morning, we brushed it out. So I actually had like first Harry Potter movie Hermione Granger hair. Like, it was super puffy. It was, like, super triangle and shit. And I got, like, the robes and the scarf. And I had, like, a book in my hand. And I had a wand. And I was so excited.
Dude, I would be too.
Yeah.
She's
And I have a picture of it somewhere. And, like, I'll show you guys one of these days. Like, one of these days, you guys will have the privilege of seeing my childhood pictures.
Wow.
I don't show them off.
You're the last person who
Say
you're the person I've seen the least of their childhood pictures. I think
Right?
Isaac
Yep.
has had a photo album.
Like,
Yeah, you've probably seen a lot of mine fucking.
yep, nah. I don't even think I've showed you guys, like, baby pictures. Like, maybe once.
The ones in your grandma's house that are hanging on the wall.
I
Yep.
don't think. Yeah, exactly. I don't think you've ever shown me pictures of you when you were a kid. Yeah.
Nah, they're there. They're around here somewhere. I've actually been debating pulling them out and looking at them, just for like old time's sakes, because it's been forever. But, yeah, I was Hermione, and then that year, like my siblings. So Lindsay wasn't born yet. Amy, she was Pippi Longstocking. So we spray painted her hair orange, and she got the stockings and everything. And then Joseph's costume was the best costume. Hands down. He was a ninja. So he had the face covering and everything. And when we were trick-or-treating, we went to the mobile home park, whatever, where you, I think it was like near our house or something. We went in there and we lost him like 4 times because he kept stepping into the shadows and we couldn't see him.
That would be.
Yeah. Oh no, Lindsay was alive. She was what's that monster's name from Monsters Inc., the blue one?
Sully.
Yeah, she was Sully. She was the cutest little thing ever.
Aww.
Yeah, she was all fuzzy wuzzy and stuff. It was so cute. So, anyway, we're going to have to cut this short. So make sure you guys like and subscribe all of our pages. We're actually in a lot of different areas. I don't remember all of them. But
We are on Spotify, Podbean, TuneIn, Amazon Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And we have an Instagram and a Facebook, but not a Twitter, because I don't want to do that. That sounds like work that I don't want to do. Oh, we're getting pretty popular on Instagram, by the way. So follow us there. Like, it's a good time. It's a good time.
yes, so there should be no excuse for people not being able to listen to us because we're getting out there now. See you guys next time. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.